Luke in Kempsey, Australia, writes to me and he says, "Hey, Paul, one thing I find baffling is the wildly varying sound quality at audio shows. Boy, ain't that right. These shows feature experienced vendors who set their very expensive systems up in rooms similar to the ones found in our homes, yet there seems to be a huge difference in the sound quality of each room. Some are breathtaking, others sound unpleasant." It's a very kind way of saying it. "Could you tell us what you think might be the most common causes for these bad sounding rooms so we can avoid making the same mistakes?" I'm not sure I can give you advice that will help you a great deal, but I will give you my opinion of what's going on. First off, having been to hundreds of shows over the last 50 years, setting up a system in a hotel room is really hard. Whether it's a convention center or a hotel room we get stuck in, we show up and it's anything but optimal. Typically, we'll go to a hotel room. So let's say PS Audio is a little bit bigger of a company, we usually get a suite, right? So we'll get a suite. The first thing the hotel does is it removes all the furniture except whatever you want. So maybe we'll keep the couch, or maybe we'll keep a chair or two. And otherwise, they're removing beds, and you got a headboard, So these hotel rooms were never set up as living rooms or anything. So they get stripped of all this stuff. We walk in. We have typically one day to set up the system. Sometimes you get two if you're lucky. But typically we'll show up, let's say the show's on a Friday. We'll show up Wednesday night, make sure all the stuff is there, tired from flying or whatever. You have dinner and a couple of drinks, you go to bed, you wake up the next day, you roll your sleeves up, and now you've got to set up an entire high-end audio system, try and do whatever the hell you can to make the room sound decent, and set up all your trade show stuff, and be ready with a good sounding room, pleasant people, smiling, say, "Hey, come on in, haven't seen you forever." And your room looks really nice and it sounds great. That's really hard to do in one day. It's taken us years to figure out how to do it, and we don't always succeed. So that's one of the biggest problems. It's really hard. Second, we all have very different opinions on what should sound good. Will never mention any names, but I can't tell you the number of shows I've been to where even with decent rooms, you walk in and you go, "Oh man," and you turn around and you walk right back out. It's like, wow. Just because you manufacture high-end audio equipment doesn't mean you know diddly squat about good sound. That's just the truth of it. So I would say it's a combination. I guess I shouldn't even be going there. It's mostly the difficulty in setting those things up, and which I can personally attest to. And second, not everybody knows how to get good sound in any room. Okay, thanks.